So, obviously, a couple of days ago, you said that you sat down and it made you reflect. Reflection is always a good thing, but I would like to know who would you describe as a role model, as a leader that you see as a role model, and why exactly that person? I mean, what is it about him or her that stands out?
Yeah, no, it's a very difficult question, because I think you get it's easy to be eclectic. It's easy to grab little bits from different kinds of people, and to say that you ideally want to be the amalgam of a variety of different people. I know I've had the good grace of doing an English literature major at university. So one of the things that I chose were the Shakespearean tragedies. And so it's really good to keep that in your mind, because you know what the tragic faults are in leaders. And so before I say what the positive things are, I think that if I were to look at, for example, I think a lot about, at certain times, am I like Hamlet? Because sometimes caution can lead to indecisiveness. And that's why Hamlet made this famous to be or not to be speech, always second-guessing himself, always indecisive, always hesitating to do what must be done. At the same time, you must watch out that you don't fall like King Lear, who asked his daughters how much they loved him, and the two flattered him, and the one said, "I love you as much as meat loves salt." And he thought that was the most inelegant answer, and he chose the ones that flattered him, but who betrayed him later. It's only when he had to eat meat without salt that he understood what Cordelia meant. And so it's who you listen to, and who speaks to you with what agenda. And then I think you've also got to avoid the Othello, where you have chips on your shoulders, and in his case, literally because he was a black married to this beautiful Desdemona, ruler, and all of those kind of things. People are always gnawing away. Hey, do you know this one doesn't like you because you're black? Do you know that one doesn't like you because you're black? And you become paranoid. And so your chips on your shoulders mustn't be the basis for paranoia to consume you with your leadership. But at the end of the day, I think that whenever there's a really troubled situation, like I think we're finding we're major challenges of leadership that we need to navigate in the country, in the ANC, and so forth today, it's useful to go back and read the life stories of people like Oliver Tambo. Because I think that the very important thing that Oliver Tambo was able to do was to keep alive a vision of a free South Africa that superseded the contestation below him, that superseded the power bases below him within the ANC, that was bigger than all the individual interests. And so it was with an enormously powerful vision and a strategic sense of what needs to be done that coherence was maintained in difficult times between those in the camps, those in the exile areas in London, those in the underground in the country, those in the above ground movements, those on the island, etc. Managing all of that by asserting the power of a vision. And I think that probably, for our day, is what is absolutely critical, because I think that when there's so much contestation going on, you need someone to emerge and to say, this is the vision. This is where we're going to, and this is how we're going to get there. We can have a massive debate about the details of it, but this is where we're going to. And so it's, I think, a leader, and this is maybe, and that's the wonderful thing about Oliver Tambo, is that he kept the destination so much alive that it minimized the conflict about the road towards the destination. If I can counterpose that, I think today we must quickly get out of the debate about the details of the road that we're going to and reassert where is that destination. And maybe if I were to ask quite a few cadres around, what do you think is the destination for our movement? I think we'll get 10 different answers if we ask 10 different people. And that is where the power of Tambo was enormous, because he did it from afar, over much contestation, over many bases of power, and he managed to keep us going towards one destination. Even if we all took different roads, we all knew that's where we're going to end up. I don't think we have that same thing today.